fucking power? Would you like to know? This is Tammy, and I'm here to talk about 3 steps to owning your fucking power, unleashing your authentic self. And this is in my Remembering Who the Fuck You Are series. And so I'm super excited about this because I wanted to share the 3 things that you can do to help you to own your power. So, number 1 is stop apologizing for being you. Stop apologizing. I hear this so often and so much that people are literally telling people that they're sorry for being themselves and for doing the things that they do. Y'all, something about this. Okay. Okay. Didn't realize it was so dark because it is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. So, 3 steps. The first one is to stop apologizing for who you are. Stop dimming your light. Stop allowing people not to see you. Be seen. Be visible. Stop becoming invisible. And so I want to share a little story about that. Now, this is not in business or anything like that, because this is basically what I'm talking about is business and life. But fitting in boxes that society, culture, religion, anybody has put you in. It's time to stop living in those boxes. Stand that music. All right, and this, y'all, is royalty-free jazz music from YouTube. Okay. But yeah, so a part of that is I decided that I was going to do this anyway in my life. So I started really, really, dialing in on it and honing in on it. And so I had a situation where I was in a laundromat and a young lady decided that she was going to take half of our table because, they have tables set up so you can do your laundry while you fold your laundry, while you're in there, and that way you could take it home folded, right? So we're setting up in the laundry. My husband is doing some, and I'm working on something else. And then our last load comes up, and this lady takes it upon herself to start taking up our side. Now, she had her own table, but she started taking up our side. And my husband, the sweet, kind, wonderful man that he is like, "How you doing?" Is like, "Baby, just take him over there, to another place." I said, "No, I'm not doing that." That's because we're not invisible. We're here. We're taking up space. And we're not going nowhere. And this is the table that we're at. It wasn't like we had left the table. We were standing right there. And she decided to do that. And so I said, "No, we're not invisible. I'm taking up space." And it was funny because before I could even open my mouth to say anything, because I didn't say a word, she looked at my face and she decided that she needed to take her shit back where it was supposed to be. Because we're here. We're not invisible. And this is what I'm saying to you. So stop dimming your light and stop becoming invisible. Show up in places. Don't stop fitting in boxes that your culture has determined, that, because you're a woman, because you're a person of color, because, because there's many, 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 many boxes that people will try to put you in. And so when you are ready to own your fucking power, it's time for you to get out of the boxes. How are you doing today? It's time for you to get out the box. It's time to get out. Stop dimming your light. So if there are situations and times where, you need to be who you're called to be. You need to be yourself. Be authentic. Don't worry about anybody else. And number 2 is setting boundaries. And so we need to set boundaries like a boss. That's number 2. Set boundaries like a boss. Begin to say no when you need to say no. Don't let anybody else push you into saying yes if you don't want to. Or maybe it's time for you to start saying yes. But judge this thing and set your boundaries. Don't allow people to just push you into something that you don't desire to do or something you don't want. Shut it down. Don't do that. Because guess what? When you do that, you allow other people to take your power. You allow other people to have power over you. And for me, my highest ideal is freedom. I have to have freedom. I got to have it. You know, and I think about it now, and I think that it probably is some ancestral stuff, because I have this thing where I have to be free. I am a free spirit. I've always been. And when I start feeling like my freedom is being challenged, then I got some problems. Lucy, you got some problems. So setting boundaries like a boss is going to really help you to boss up in this time, to begin to really remember who the fuck you are and own your fucking power, unleashing your authentic self. And so the third thing is to make peace with your past. Release that shit. And I'm telling you, that's not an easy thing to do. For me, I have been doing a lot of journaling. I've been doing a lot of journaling and a lot of unpacking, the past, and unpacking things that, affect me today but are no longer serving me. Really just writing all that stuff down and making sure that I understand that I'm at peace with myself. Because for me, that's mostly what it is for me. It's like release the trauma, release. And then the other thing is forgive, forgive, forgive. And if you need help, you need assistance, make sure you reach out to somebody. You know what I mean? Get you an energy healer, which is what I do. You can reach out to me if you're having those type of issues. But that is one of the things that you need to do. Make peace with your past, because so many of us hold on to our past, y'all. We hold on to it like, oh my God, like it's a piece of gum. Y'all know how you could chew a piece of gum for hours and hours and hours because you just hold on to it? That is what that is like. It's like, let that shit go. I know that it's difficult, and I know that it's hard, and I don't say it haphazardly, and I don't say it like, oh, it's an easy thing to do, or like you just shut it off. No, it is a process, but you have to let it go. You really need to let it go. I mean, it's going to help you so much more when you make peace with it. When you allow yourself to make peace with it. Hello, hello, hello. So those were the 3 things that I have for owning your fucking power and unleashing your authentic self. And this is another video in my Remembering Who the Fuck You Are series, which I'm putting it in a playlist. So it'll be all together. So yeah, that's what that is. If you got a question, ask a question. But yeah, so once you begin to get into this space where you are stepping into this person, and a lot of times is stepping into the person to the different timeline that's already existing. You know what I mean? Like, this thing is already here for you. It's not like you have to go, 12 miles or go up the mountain, down the hill, none of that. You just have to step into this timeline. And so I'm going to recap. So number 1 is stop apologizing for being you. Take up space. Stop dimming your light. Be who you are. Stop being invisible. Be visible. Yeah, probably you can do that. Let me just let you go. Okay. All right. So, So once you begin to do that and you start really, stop dimming your light and stop shrinking and stop, pulling back and holding back, because that's really what so many of us do. We hold back and we become invisible. You know what I mean? And it's wild too how it happens. It can happen so easily where you just really are not being yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you start really trying to be somebody else. And that's never good. It's never good. And it never works out. But you start trying to be somebody else, and that's not who you are, and it doesn't work out well for you anyway. So be who you are. Be who you are. Set some boundaries. Say no if you mean no. Say no if you mean no. Say yes if you mean yes. But let your no be no and your yes be yes. Set some boundaries. Sometimes there are people that come in these rooms of spaces where I'm at and where I'm live that are rude, or they ask, dumb questions like this idiot that was on here just now, but it used to really bother me, it really did, because I'm a sensitive soul. But I had to stop allowing that to even enter into my awareness and into my atmosphere. You know, I had to really just kind of pull back and say, you know what? None of that shit matters. Because those people don't even know me. Number one. Number two, I don't really, I don't care. You know what I mean? Because I know why I'm here and I know the purpose of, what I'm doing. And I know that these videos help people, you know, and they're not for everybody, and neither am I. And I'm good with that. So, the third thing is make peace with yourself. Make peace with your past. Make peace with it. A good way to do that is to sit down and really start journaling. And you can do it, like you can even find journaling prompts on ChatGPT. Get you some journaling prompts. Tell them some things, put some things in there about, like mine knows who I am because I talk to it all the time. But put some things in there so they understand a little bit about you. And then you ask for journaling prompts. You can do that on ChatGPT. I'm sure of it. But you can also just think of things and questions and just put it out there and then write it down and then allow, your spirit team to speak to you and give you the answers, your higher self, the God within you. But yeah, so that's really all I had to share today. I wanted to just talk about this just a little bit and share so that, people realize all you got to do is, number one, stop apologizing for being you. Number two, set boundaries like a boss. Number three, make peace with your past. So if you are doing those three things, it's going to help you to move into this space of owning your power, because, we often don't even realize when we have released it, when we have let somebody, else siphon our power. Often we don't even know. Sometimes we're powerless and we didn't even have a clue how, we released our power, how we gave our power away, or how we, became somebody else instead of being the person that you are. All right. So that's what I have for you today. I appreciate it. If you're on here and you are not subscribed and you like what I had to say, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure that you are following me on TikTok at Intuitive Tammy as well, because I go live there. Matter of fact, I'm probably going live there as soon as I'm off of here. But I go live there. I do prayers, healings, messages from spirit, and occasionally messages from heaven come through. So these are things that I do. And also make sure that you look in the description of the video and you'll see some of my favorite Amazon finds, things that I use, things that have made my life better. And it is an affiliate. I'm an affiliate, so I do get a small commission from that. But thank you for helping a small creator build. And also check out my stand store in the description. It has all kinds of stuff. I have all kinds of free resources, which have plenty of those right here on this channel. So if you are looking for something and you are trying to figure some things out and you can find some information here on this channel, grab it. Grab it. And then I also have sessions that I do, 30-minute sessions. They're currently $55, but I'm told that it's time for me to raise those prices. But currently they're $55 or 30 minutes and they're on the phone. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can grab that in my stand store. I also have video messages, which is like a a short video reading, where if you ask a question or you want a general reading, I record it for you and send it to your email. So that is another thing that I do that's a lot of fun. I just record it on the phone and send it to your email or your messenger. So that is on there as well, and as well as my membership, Remembering Who the Fuck You Are. I'm so excited about it because I believe it's going to be a wonderful place of community for everyone. I just feel like it's going to be a wonderful place of community. And I've been wanting to do it for years. I have got so discouraged from my coaches, different ones. But, now I'm like, no, I'm at this place where, I got a lot of things. I learned a lot. But now it's time for me to listen to the God that lives within inside of me for those type of decisions, So I'm grateful that you joined. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing and sharing and liking and all the good things. And I hope, all is well with your life. And maybe for if you'll get one. All right, have a great day. Bye now.